The music of one of Japan's most famous pop stars has completely disappeared from the internet. Known as the Queen of J-pop and Japan's Madonna, the singer Namie Amuro was one of Japan's biggest stars for 30 years, during which she released 12 albums, had 10 #1 singles, and sold 40 million records. But all that now is gone. So what has happened? Namie Amuro was born on September 20, 1977 in Naha, Okinawa, Japan. She is 1/4 Italian from her mother's side and was raised by a single mother. At the age of 12, Amuro was singing to shoppers for her local supermarket's promotional drive. She was spotted by Masayuki Makino, a music promoter who would become her great mentor. He put Amuro in a teen group called Super Monkeys. While with this band, she was noticed by Tetsuya Komuro, who made Avex Japan's most powerful idol factory and was supreme in the 1990s. Amuro catapulted to fame with a string of #1 singles including Chase the Chance and Don't Wanna Cry. Her first 4 releases, including Sweet 19 Blues, 1996, and Concentration 20, 1997, each received multi-million certifications. And Amuro at 17 was suddenly bigger than Madonna in Japan. Her concerts sold out within 10 minutes of tickets going on sale. But in 1996, she got in her first scandal by getting a tattoo. She faced a lot of backlash due to the fact that during that time tattoos represented Yakuza members, and to this day it's quite a taboo. Then in 1997 she released a single, Can You Celebrate? And it remains as the best-selling single by a solo female artist in Japanese music history. During a press conference on October 22 of that year, Amuro confirmed her marriage to Japanese musician and TRF band member Masaharu Sam Moriyama. During the conference, she announced that she was 3 months pregnant with their first child. She was 21 years old at that time. This would break any idol's career, but it didn't destroy hers. She did go on hiatus for 1 year, of course, as she needed to take care of her child. She returned to the music industry by releasing the single I Have Never Seen on December 23, 1998. It became her 8th #1 single on Oricon and sold over 650,000 units in Japan. But in 1999, a tragedy happened. On the 17th, around 10:40 a.m. a 110 call was made that a woman was hit by a car, then beaten by a metal pipe, some sources says an axe. The woman was taken to the hospital but passed away shortly. Later, the police station issued a statement stating the woman in the accident was the mother of singer Namie Amuro, Emiko, who lived near the vicinity of the crime scene. After some initial investigation, Emiko was run over by a vehicle several times, then beaten by a metal pipe-like object by the man who stepped off the car. It's speculated that the man left in that very vehicle. Witnesses say the man can be identified as being Emiko's brother-in-law, Namie's uncle. Friends of the deceased stated that, on Sunday, there were some incidents outside of the family, but it didn't seem as though there were problems within. The deceased's father-in-law said, I first learned what the commotion was about when the ambulance came over. I don't know any specifics. While the Okinawa police were on the search for the suspect of singer Namie Amuro's mother, Emiko, an investigator from the station found the suspect, the deceased's brother-in-law, on the 17th. The investigator found the suspect, unconscious and still in his car, deep in the mountains of a nearby town. Inside the car, police found traces of bug killers and is speculated that the suspect ingested the bug killers to commit S. He was foaming from the mouth and pale in the face. Soon after he passed away. Amuro canceled all promotional activities and rushed to Okinawa. Media rushed to Haneda Airport to take photos of Amuro Namie. Sam protected her from them. In 1998, Namie Amuro's mother released a book about her life and her daughters. People rushed to bookstores and after 60,000 copies were sold, the book went out of stock. She described repeated beatings by Amuro's father and the punishing series of jobs she had held down to put her children through school before remarrying. Her mother said this in the book. The daughter I bore has grown up, not only as a magnificent singer but as an adult. That happiness was worth the trials and tribulations of the past. Then media went ugly. They started to spread around rumors about her mother and her family. The main TV networks speculated that Kenji's rage arose from advice that Emiko and Tatsunobu had given him to end a 3-year relationship. The more lurid tabloids hinted at a torrid affair between Emiko and Kenji, big cash loans between the two, arguments over Amuro's fortune, and even mafia links to Emiko's old job as a bar hostess. The singer has seldomly talked about the incident. In 1999, she answered to Junon about the mass media that she had disliked them, but that she was okay now. If she had been alone, she would not have been able to tolerate it, but her child's smile saved her. In 2005, she also explained to the Japan Times, "During my grief, I realized there was nothing I could do for my mother, but I did have a child. I began to think more like a mother myself, and to become positive in my work again." Amuro has a tattoo on her left arm saying, June 30th in 1950. "My mother's love leave with me eternally in my heart." R.I.P. March 17 in 1999. A week later, the single Respect the Power of Love debuted at the number 2 on the Oricon singles chart. A third single, Toiti Moi, was used for the Japanese animation movie Pokémon, the movie 2000. Both singles proved successful, selling over 400,000 and 200,000 units in that region, respectively. In January 2000, Amuro released her fourth studio album Genius 2000. It reached number 1 on the Oricon Albums chart and shifted over 800,000 units there. That same month, Amuro confirmed her separation from husband Sam. Tabloids revealed that a year prior Sam cheated on her with 19-year-old and was spending all her money to go gallivanting. But that's not the only problem. Her in-laws, a conservative family of doctors, are not pleased with Namie's public image, dyed hair and short sexy dresses. Moreover, when arguments erupted between Namie and the in-laws, Sam apparently didn't stand by her, isolating her even further. So it would seem that Namie has had it with him and his family, and was prepared to fight for custody of her son and raise him alone. Her unfortunate events seem to Japanese people they will never see her again. Amuro said this: "Even my closest friends said I was finished, but I think I may be a little different from the others. My popularity plunged 3 years ago and I didn't try to court publicity. It was a real challenge forcing myself to be consistent and not playing up to my fans." Amuro's fifth studio album Break the Rules was released on December 20th, 2000, and is her final full-length produced album with Komuro. It became her first studio album to miss the top spot, peaking at number 2 on the Oricon Albums chart. Amuro's sales started to decline from this release, as the album only shifted 335,000 units in Japan. Retrospectively, The Times attributed her loss in popularity during this era to the attention surrounding her personal struggles, while the Japan Times cited the rise of newer artists Hikaru Utada and Ayumi Hamasaki, who achieved great success in the wake of her hiatus. It would take a long time to mention all her songs, but she still later on managed to keep releasing hits, and as well doing songs for One Piece and Death Note movie. On September 20th, 2017, Amuro's 40th birthday, she announced her plan to retire from the music industry on September 16, 2018. Her final compilation album, Finally, was released on November 8, 2017. The album includes new recordings and re-recordings of her selected singles from 1992 to 2017. Finally became a huge success in Japan. It was placed on the first position by Oricon and sold in 2,250,000 units by the end of 2017. In support of the album, Amuro conducted Final Tour 2018 Finally as her farewell tour. At her farewell concert, Namie performed just 8 songs without an encore. She concluded, thank you very much for coming," before leaving the stage forever. Subsequently, her official website, official fan club, official Facebook page, and official online store officially terminated service. Namie has since not maintained any form of social media presence, as some of the avenues for fans to gather and celebrate her 25-year career were suddenly also gone. In 2023, following her 5 years of complete and utter silence, Namie's official YouTube channel, featuring all her dozens of music videos, was also deleted. Additionally, Namie's solo music has also been erased from streaming services such as Spotify. Fans have reported that when they search for Namie Amuro on Spotify or Apple Music, they can only see a handful of her collaborations with other artists, and all her albums were deleted. With Namie's music disappearing from modern means of consuming her music, many theories have emerged online. A Redditor wrote, "It's trending in Japan too. No official word yet." It could be as simple as someone forgetting to do their paperwork, some negotiation somewhere falling through, or the artist herself choosing to retire from all facets of professional life. The same Redditor later updated his initial post by adding, "Seeing that her media has been removed not only from streaming services, but also from iTunes and in Amazon in the form of physical CDs, this is definitely not a mistake. I'm taking this as a message from Amuro-chan telling us that it's time for her to go professionally, and she's voluntarily removing herself from the competition that is the music industry to make way for new artists." A separate person counter-explained on Reddit, "That's not completely true. The reason she did all those re-recordings following her split from Rising Productions was so that she would have ownership over the new recordings. Whether her music will be back or not, only time will tell." As of now, the J-pop star who was cherished by millions for so many years has shown no signs of a public return whatsoever. In Japan, people vanishing on purpose has become a cultural phenomenon, sparking flourishing businesses. The practice of vanishing is so prevalent in Japan that people doing it have earned their own name, juhatsu. Theories point to Japan's harsh work culture in combination with the lack of familial and community support as reasons for people choosing to evaporate. One said, "I wouldn't get my hopes that she is coming back. She was pretty clear that she is done." As of August 2024, her official content is still absent from streaming services. Hopefully, she is living a happy, quiet life. Thank you for watching, and see you next time.